Meeting of the Folsom City Council on Tuesday, April 28, 2020. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Sheldon?
Here.
Gaylord?
Here.
Howell?
Here.
Kozlowski?
Here.
And Aquino.
Here. And if you're able to, if you would please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, do we have any agenda updates?
There are no agenda updates this evening.
Okay, any requests for business from the floor?
You have no request to speak under business from the floor.
Okay. Anybody like to pull anything from the consent calendar?
This is Roger. I'd like to pull, let me find it one sec, Resolution 10419.
So item number, is that number 5?
Yes.
Yes, item number 5, correct.
Okay. Okay, anybody else
I'll
have
move
anything?
consent. I'll move the remainder.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
I think someone, okay. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Sheldon?
Yes.
Gaylord?
Yes.
Howell?
Yes.
Kozlowski?
Yes.
And Aquino.
Yes. Okay, Roger, number 5.
Yeah, I was just looking at, after requesting the information, so Elaine, I don't know if you saw my second response, but I don't think, did this go back out to RFP when the increase came from the vendor, or was it just basically added to the current services that we would be, approving the additional $22,000 in services from them?
Councilmember Gaylord, I have our Parks and Recreation Director, Lorraine Pagoni, on the line, who's going to address your questions.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, members of the council. This is Lorraine Pagoni, Parks and Rec Director. This contract is not an increase. There was a full RFP process in 2013 that resulted in the selection of ATP in 2014. The contract goes through 2025. What you have before you tonight is not an increase, and it might have been a misuse of how we worded the staff report, because we did talk about additional monthly services, and what was meant there was that there was actually additional sites that are coming on board from the Folsom Plan area, and then a few additional alarm types added, intrusion alarms to some existing buildings. So the addition is not because of rate increase, it is just because of added facilities to the contract.
So do we know on this, I don't know if it's not clear what facilities and what systems are being added to versus what's existing. Where I think the increase for added services is 22,000-ish, right?
And it's actually, it's about 20, we're adding 20,000. And what that does cover, there's intrusion alarms going in, intrusion alarm and monitoring to 6 existing facilities. And these are facilities that unfortunately had been broken into, or we felt the need to harden the target a little bit. We had the water treatment plant, which had to switch to cellular. We had fire alarm monitoring and annual inspection added to Fire Station 39 and the Natoma Station Learning Center. And then we had alarm monitoring added to 3 infrastructure facilities in the Folsom Plan area. So there's a little bit of capacity, which was something we were trying to do in the budget, so that as new facilities come on board in the Folsom Plan area, or if there's any existing facilities that we haven't quite hardened all the targets, that we would have capacity for some time to accommodate that. So the 20,000 won't be utilized in its entirety just for these new areas that we've recently had to add.
So I guess for me, looking at the rates and the spreadsheet as far as the services provided, it just seems very, very costly. In doing this, and in my profession, the rates, if this was to hit the mark or the street as an actual RFP today, it'd be very competitive compared to what they are now. So I guess my concern on why I pulled it and why I was asking for the additional information was the increase seems exponential, even if, especially if it's, you know, just a few sites based on that. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It just seems very, it seems like this. Are you saying the current agreements for the other sites are still in agreement till 2025?
Yes. And just by way of example, these monitoring costs, these are annual costs. So for instance, most of our annual costs, actually, back up, our monthly costs for most of our facilities are in the $30 range. They were by far, ATP was by far the low bidder out of the 3 bids we received. So their rate is by far much lower, and they did not even, the contract doesn't even allow for any CPI increase at all over the entire length of the contract.
Okay. Yeah, it makes more sense. I mean, looking at it, I thought the way this is worded, it looks like it's an increase to current existing contracts. So adding additional, I still think there's some fluctuations on here that could be flat rated. But I guess, you know, if it's ending in 2025, then it is what it is. So that's the only concerns I had. So you cleared that up, so I appreciate that.
My pleasure.
Okay.
I'll move
we
the
have
item.
A motion to adopt. Okay. We have a motion from Councilmember Howell. Councilmember Gaylord, are you seconding it?
Yeah, sorry, second.
Oh, okay. Okay, please, we have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Sheldon?
Yes.
Gaylord?
Yes.
Howell?
Yes.
Kozlowski?
Yes.
And Aquino?
Yes. And if I could just remind folks, if you're not talking, if you could please mute your phone because we're getting quite a bit of feedback here. So next item, please, Krista.
Okay, your next item is old business item number 10. This is resolution number 10422, a resolution of the City Council confirming emergency order DES 03-20 issued by the Director of Emergency Services. And tonight you'll have City Manager Elaine Anderson presenting.
Good evening, everyone. As I reviewed with you each by telephone recently in my role as your city manager and also Folsom's Director of Emergency Services, I issued emergency order DES-03-20 on April 10th, 2020. You should see it as attachment 2 in your packet for this item, which is on page 95. As your city manager and emergency services director, I'm empowered to make and issue rules and regulations reasonable related to the protection of life, environment, and property as affected by this declared emergency. So just as a review and in brief, my emergency order DES-03-20 stated that Section 10.20-280 of the Folsom Municipal Code that pertains to the 72-hour parking limitation of recreational vehicles, or RVs, on city streets was suspended from April 8th until further notice for first responders like law enforcement officers, firefighters, healthcare personnel, and public works personnel, as long as they notify city code enforcement, provide verification of first responder status, and display a city-issued exemption permit on the vehicle. The order also says that until termination of the local emergency, non-public safety city employees must maintain 6-foot social distancing while at work. The order also strongly recommends that when city employees are engaged in essential activities in the community, that they wear cloth face coverings. Finally, the order strongly encourages visitors to city facilities to wear face coverings. I greatly appreciated the support of this emergency order that you expressed to me when I shared its content with you before issuance, and now consistent with our municipal code, which dictates that such emergency rules and regulations must be confirmed by the City Council at the earliest practicable opportunity. I respectfully ask that you pass and adopt Resolution 10422, a resolution of the City Council confirming Emergency Order DES-03-20 issued by the Director of Emergency Services. I'm available to answer any questions, and thank you for your consideration.
Any questions for the city manager?
None from me.
No.
Would someone like to move adoption?
I'll move the item.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Sheldon,
Yes.
Gaylord,
Yes.
Howell,
Yes.
Kozlowski,
Yes.
and Aquino.
Yes, thank you very much. We'll move on to city manager reports.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to thank everyone in Folsom for what you're doing to help slow the spread of COVID-19. We know it is very hard emotionally, logistically, and in far too many cases financially to keep following the county and state legal orders. Based on Governor Newsom's remarks today when he described that we're within weeks of moving to a stage where we can reopen more businesses and get kids back to school, combined with the ever-improving COVID-19 numbers at our Sacramento County level, we believe we're getting closer to more positive days ahead. So please keep doing the right thing, follow the legal orders, and stay home, except to access essential services or to serve as an essential worker. Please remember that wearing a face covering can help prevent asymptomatic and pre-symptomatic carriers of COVID-19 from transmitting it to others. If you won't wear one to protect yourself, at least wear one to protect others around you. Please wear your cloth face covering or non-N95 mask if you head out to the grocery store, to restaurants to pick up food, or to access health care. The City of Folsom is committed to providing reliable water, wastewater, and waste disposal services to our customers. We also understand that many are facing severe challenges due to the COVID-19 health crisis. The City of Folsom offers several residential and business utility bill relief assistance programs designed to help during this difficult time. Please reach out to us at billingwebmail@folsom.ca.us or at 916-461-6101 to learn more. Please visit www.folsom.ca.us/COVID-19 for the latest updates on Folsom's COVID-19 response. The shelves at Twin Lakes Food Bank are nearly bare, and the City of Folsom has teamed up with area faith-based and nonprofit organizations to kick off a major food drive, which begins tomorrow. 19 Stop, Pop, and Go drive-through food drives are planned throughout Folsom from tomorrow through Sunday, May 10th. The Stop, Pop, and Go food drive is a no-contact, maximum impact way to support your community. Food donors should not get out of their car when donating food, but should simply instead stop at the location with food already placed in their vehicle's trunk, pop open the vehicle's trunk so the volunteer can take the donated items, and go. Once the items are removed, drivers proceed on their way. For specific locations and times of food drives near you, please go to the homepage of our website, folsom.ca.us. If you wish to make a cash donation, you can also visit twinlakesfoodbank.org. The very long-awaited Saratoga Way Wilson Boulevard Extension Project will be complete as of tomorrow. This half-mile segment of roadways will significantly improve traffic flow between El Dorado Hills and Folsom. The Wilson Boulevard and the 4-lane Saratoga Way extensions will provide a direct connection via Iron Point Road in Folsom and provide more efficient venues to access destinations within Folsom. We hope this will result in quieter streets for some of our Folsom residents who have been enduring persistent cut-through traffic from El Dorado Hills. Last week, crews began the process of resurfacing a number of Folsom's residential streets in the American River Canyon neighborhood with a slurry seal to prevent deterioration and improve drivability. Some of the work will involve a two-step process that requires temporary road and lane closures on 2 separate days a week apart. No street parking will be allowed on the days scheduled for slurry seal. Residents will be notified at least a week prior to closures that may affect them. And the resurfacing project will not be completed until May 15th. The project is part of the city's ongoing pavement management program, and for more information, you can call Public Works at 916-461-6713. And finally, I always like to remind everyone that please remember that Folsom City Hall is still open for business. We are here to help you, including with your planning and building needs. Thank you.
Thank you. Carrie, you ready?
For what?
Do you have council comments?
Just encourage everybody to stay as safe as they possibly can, and thank you to those. There was a business in town that wants to remain below the radar screen, but and it's frankly one of our senior living facilities that provided significant amount of personal protective equipment directly to Chief Rodriguez. So thank that organization for having done that. Drive carefully, because everybody's still driving around like maniacs on the rare occasions that I've been out. So please be safe out there.
Okay, thank you. Mike, you ready?
I do not have any new comments today. I think I'm talked out. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Roger?
The only thing I was going to say is that I appreciate all the effort, Elaine and your staff, you put into making all these meetings happen remotely, getting everyone together and wrangling the cats. So I appreciate all of you and your staff and yourself for doing that for us. So thank you.
Thank you, Roger. I'll pass along those kind words.
Thank you. Ernie?
Well, the main thing I want to say tonight is, last week we lost two notable seniors. Colonel Frank Hersher, our veterans Grand Marshal a couple of years back, 96-year-old Air Force Colonel, passed away. At the same time, we lost our widow of a Veterans Parade, Jane Spence. She passed away a few days ago.
No, she passed away last week.
Yeah, it was on Wednesday. And so they do have a viewing, I think, tomorrow, 1 to 3, if you can make it. And
is that at Miller?
No, it's at Green Valley.
Green Valley. Okay.
Right. And
any arrangements for Frank, Ernie?
Nothing. They're going to wait until things clear so they can have a regular funeral and everything.
Okay, I'm very, very sorry to hear that. What happened?
His brain blew up on him.
Oh, very sad.
Yeah.
What is Frank's last name?
I never say it right. It's Hischler. Hersher.
Okay.
Fischler, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, right. I had just talked to him 3 days before he died.
Oh.
And he was an absolute sweetheart. They both were.
As I call him, American hero.
Absolutely.
Thank you for
Jane was
sharing
a
that
great
news,
lady.
Ernie. Yeah. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. I just have a couple things. I want to thank the resident who called to let me know that April is the National Limb Loss Awareness Month, and apparently we have quite an amputee community here in Folsom that I was not aware of. So there are 2.1 million people living with limb loss in the U.S. 185,000 people have an amputation each year in the U.S., and 507 people lose a limb each day in the U.S. So I've asked the city clerk to add that to our council calendar so that going forward every April we can recognize National Limb Loss Awareness Month, and talk to the city manager and our Parks and Rec director and our Parks and Rec Commission chair about once all these stay-at-home restrictions are lifted, if we could talk about some sort of programming through our Parks and Recreation Department exclusively or dedicated toward folks who have lost a limb. I want to echo the thanks to our city staff, who's just doing an incredible job, to all of the essential workers out there, healthcare workers, grocery store clerks, all that sort of stuff, who are, doing everything they can to keep us safe and to keep things going. I want to assure the business community. First of all, I want to thank my colleagues for helping me in reaching out to our businesses, but I want to reassure the business community that your city staff and your council is working behind the scenes. We are in contact with the county health officer, with our federal and state representatives, with state agencies, with the Chamber of Commerce and the Greater Folsom Partnership. We are talking to chambers of commerce in other states that are a little bit ahead of California in terms of reopening their economy. And when the governor does finally start to lift these stay-at-home orders, Folsom will be ready to get back to work. And then I know she's not listening, but I want to say happy birthday to my mother. And we will adjourn at 6:51 in memory of Frank Tischler and Jane Spence. Thank you all.